Hello, today is the anniversary of the birth in 1986 of Abby Clancy, the former model and winner of Strictly. She seems to be well settled now, happily married to Peter Crouch, the former footballer and the podcaster, with their 4 children. But she has her fears. And she describes how on one occasion she went to see a doctor because she was sure that she was developing multiple sclerosis. She told the doctor that she frequently felt numbness in her legs, and she'd Googled this, and multiple sclerosis was the most likely cause of this pain. The doctor examined her and then told her that her problem was that her jeans were too tight, and so the blood was not getting properly through to her legs. She went away mightily relieved. It seemed to me that this kind of fear that she had, that she was developing this serious illness, reflects a number of things that each of us can feel fearful about. We can often develop fears which actually really don't have any basis at all, like hers, but they can become quite worrying if we don't really just sit down and ask ourselves how realistic our fears are. Or sometimes we just have a vague feeling of being afraid without quite knowing what it is. And again, just to spend a moment reflecting to see what individual thing it might be that's giving us this general sense of worry and anxiety. Of course, if we do find, if we do that, that the fear is a pointless one, all to the good. But sometimes, of course, it isn't. It's realistic. And then there are different ways of dealing with it. But just to mention the one that comes out of Abby Clancy's example, she was worried about developing multiple sclerosis, so she went to talk to somebody who she thought would know whether that was the case. And I think if we have a fear that we can identify, that we think is real and properly worrying, then one way to deal with it is to go and talk to somebody about it who we think might really be able to help. And sometimes just the talking about it helps to minimize the fear a wee bit, to make it less of an obsession for us. And sometimes we can get some really good advice about how to handle it, particularly if we've gone to somebody who we think might themselves have gone through the same experience. But a lot of the time, I think we worry about things which really are not significant, and it's worth just checking out our worries today to make sure that any anxiety that's unnecessary can be banished, and we can get on our lives as best as we can, and as fully as we can, whilst being as free of fear as we can be.